Well, we're in a ditch. Not in a hole, we're in a ditch.
Supposedly, according to some of the coaches, they were out, they practiced for a solid hour and a half on the floor. We play them, we squeeze them a little bit, make them work extra hard. If things don't work out, communicate with each other out there on the floor.
We'd have to be ready for this storm because these guys are too good to be let off the hook.
The thing about it is that I can't feel bad because they're just giving us a nice butt kicking.
With the title on the horizon, the Bulls were reflective.
You know, you've worked all this time to achieve the goal, and I think that when you first get in the league, all your goals are more individual.
Let's go!
As you've been in the league a little longer, you understand that the most important thing is the team, and your credibility is measured by your team's success. And winning an NBA championship is obviously the ultimate.
It's all about. Let's go, let's go.
That's what we work for all season long, guys. Let's take it home. Let's work.
Ready?
I got a lot of excitement inside of me. I guess I've been holding for about 7 years now. I think when I first came with the Bulls, it was a struggle. And we had to turn the whole situation around. Each year we saw improvement. We saw the different levels that we had to get to, and now to this ultimate level.
After 25 years, this is the game that Bulls fans have been looking for.
Let's go, Bulls! Take it home!
The Bulls with a chance to wrap up the World Championship tonight.
Good work, man. We've been waiting for this. Let's do work, all right? Let's go.
This is the NBA on NBC. The 1991 NBA Finals. Tonight, Game 5 between the Chicago Bulls and the Los Angeles Lakers.
The Great Western Forum in Inglewood, California, where the Bulls hope to wrap up their first ever NBA title tonight. The Lakers are hoping that at least once more they can shoot down Air Jordan and send the series back to Chicago. Unfortunately for Magic and the rest, they will play shorthanded. Two starters, James Worthy and Byron Scott, left Game 4 with injuries, were unable to practice the last 2 days. The way you've just seen them is the way you'll see them on the bench tonight. They will not suit up. They will be in street clothes. As for Chicago, after 25 seasons, the second city is finally focused on finishing first.
All right, Bob, and among the many reasons that the Bulls have had their way against the Lakers, and we have frequently talked about the Bulls' superb defensive play throughout the series, but what stands out is the manner in which they have completely bottled up the Magic Man, Magic Johnson.
Marv, not to take anything away from Magic's performance, where he's averaged 19 points per game, 10 assists, 7 rebounds, and shooting 94% from the free throw line, but the Bulls' decision on how to defend him has taken its toll. The Bulls decided to harass Magic at all times. Alternate playing him with Jordan and Pippen, a bigger defender. Don't let him stand in direct traffic. Take away his vision and run the next defender at him at selective times to distort his shots. Now, the answer to the problem is a healthy James Worthy. Unfortunately, he's not going to play this evening.
Right, as Bob mentioned moments ago, both James Worthy and Byron Scott are sidelined by injury, so Terry Teagle and A.C. Green will be in the starting lineup.
Well, Teagle and Green may be getting their opportunity, but both will have to do better than 4 points per game and shoot much better than 20% if the Lakers are to have a chance.
And Mike Dunleavy was telling us that he will use both rookies, Tony Smith and Eldon Campbell, off the bench. They have seen very little time thus far in this final series. And from Chicago's point of view, you have to wonder, are there any adjustments for Phil Jackson to make?
The Bulls made their big adjustment, and that was after Game 1 when they decided to get more people involved offensively. At the end of Game 1, Grant, Paxson, Cartwright, 6 points apiece, total of 18. But in the next 3 games, they combined to average over 42 points per game. All Chicago wins. The Bulls' defense has been outstanding, holding the Lakers to 89 points per game. Their bench has been very productive. So I guess we could say, if it's working well, don't mess with it.
And in Game 4 here on Sunday night, Michael Jordan played very well despite the jam toe. For more on Jordan's condition, here's Ahmad Rashad.
All right, thanks, Marv. That toe is still the same as it was on Sunday. It's still badly bruised and extremely painful. It didn't bother him then. He says it will not bother him tonight. Now, the atmosphere around the Bulls, everybody's very serious, very focused. On the bus ride from the hotel over to the Forum, everybody was quiet. They were all thinking about that championship that's oh so close at hand. I asked Jordan about winning it at home. He said, you know what, we want to win it whenever and wherever we can. We feel like we can win it tonight. Marv?
All right, Ahmad, for the Lakers, the season is on the line. The Bulls are hoping that this is their final game of 1990-91. Foreign crowd into it here at the start. They have had their ups and downs in the cheering department during the final. Lakers control the tip. Magic played by Jordan. Teagle beating Paxson. Yes.
Oh, do you think that's a good sign for the Lakers to get a two-guard off?
Here's Paxson. Yes. And the Lakers lead by the score of 3-2. Divac on the follow.
Actually, Magic was trying to throw a skip pass across to AC Green. He intercepted it.
John Paxson drilling home his second from the corner. Green. And it's Divac off the fake.
The first time that I've seen the Lakers really attack the press, try and score. They had the 3-on-2. Even though Green missed the first shot, they had numbers on the glass to get the follow-up.
Horace Grant. Lakers have been coming up with most of the loose balls here at the start. Teagle could not handle that pass. And here comes Jordan. Michael Jordan with a gorgeous move with Magic-Johnson back. The Lakers lead 9-8. Divac for the reverse. Lonnie Divac off to a fast start. He's hit 3 of 4. Yeah, he did pull back from that, but there's quite a toll exacted by 79 regular season games, 18 playoff games. The Bulls have a 3-on-2. Nice look away from Jordan to set up Grant, and the Lakers lead 13-11.
That's twice.
Divac drawing the double team, and he was rejected from behind. Pippen with the good play coming over to help, and Pippen goes all the way. Here's Magic. He had a notion to go to the hoop. Divac has hit on 4 of 6. Lonnie Divac coming off a career-high 27-point performance and off to the good start today. Good play by Divac, but he knocked it out of bounds, and Lonnie agrees with the call.
And they can feel it right now that their defense is up. They're pressuring the Bulls. They like what they feel on the floor. Chicago decides to take a timeout and talk about it.
Well, Teagle did play well in the series against his former club, the Golden State Warriors. And Horace Grant, Lakers wasting no time getting down court. Magic to the hook. We have rarely seen the hook shot in this series. He was very effective with it against Portland. That could be a good sign for the Lakers. The tip by Cartwright, a beauty by Bill Cartwright. Lakers with a 3-point lead. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Ahmad Rashad, Steve Jones from the Forum in Inglewood. Grant with the putback. Horace Grant has killed the Lakers with his steady play. Should make him stronger for the years to come. Magic fouled on the play to the line. We're just under 3 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. Lakers with a 19-17 lead. Well, the Magic-Michael matchup, both logging the minutes. Pass intended for Jordan, able to recover. Here's Pippen. And last touch by Pippen.
That may be the first loose ball that I can remember the Lakers coming up with.
Lonnie Divac and John Paxson in a heated discussion away from the ball.
The last thing the Lakers need right now is for a player to be ejected from the game.
As Divac was called for the foul. Vlade Divac in the face of John Paxson, then Cliff Livingston coming over.
Vlade says no problem. Everything's okay.
Livingston, yes, backcourt violation. Livingston went from front court to back. Why, Jack Nicholson made the call right behind him.
There were a lot of people making that call. Livingston had taken off in the front court. That's where his position was still established, touched the ball, and then came down in the backcourt.
Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Jordan off the steal. Michael Jordan with his second field goal.
Easy scores. 4th in the league this year in steals. Jordan, one of the best pickpockets you're going to find, and then one of the best finishers at that end.
In this series for Campbell. Cartwright making contact with Divac. Oh, what a shot by Bill Cartwright.
And Divac was right there with the extended hand challenging the shot.
And back come the Bulls. Lakers lead at 23-21. Here's Jordan. A gorgeous move again by Michael Jordan, going at Vlade Divac strong and then able to lay it home softly. Magic thought he was fouled. No call. And here's Pippen. The Bulls take a 25-23 lead.
What they're doing basically is spreading the floor. Pippen now will replace Jordan in the middle of the floor. It's his job to break AC down off the dribble and then hit perhaps Hodges in the corner for a spot up.
Pippen off the starter step, went to the left hand. Livingston rejected by Perkins. That's the end of the first quarter. The Bulls 27 and the Lakers 25 after 1 in Game 5 of the NBA Final Series. Well, tonight's Celebrity Watch, including you saw Jesse Jackson, Dustin Hoffman, Spike Lee, and there's Jack, who we're told is negotiating to play Jimmy Hoffa in an upcoming motion picture, and reportedly he has requested that a role be written in for this man, Michael Jordan. Some people will go to great lengths to hang around with certain people.
A little one-on-one, though, on the set.
Second quarter underway, and the Bulls with a 27-25 lead. That a three-pointer for Craig Hodges. Jordan trying to get it out. Rare turnover committed by the Bulls. They coughed it up only 5 times on Sunday night. That was a record low for an NBA Final Series. With the good pass from Perkins here at the Forum during the regular season. In fact, he was player of the game at the game that saw Magic Johnson go down with an injury. And there is Smith. Pressure by the Bulls. Green going all the way. Able to shed Grant, who did not want to pick up number 3. With 9:35 to go, first half. Shot clock is down to 8. Smith had a notion. Smith with the drive. Well, Tony Smith off the bench to hit his first 2.
And so strong going to the basket, his perimeter game was not worked on.
Hodges, yes. Craig Hodges hitting 2 of 2. The Bulls lead by 1.
Keep in mind, the entire series, the Bulls have had an incredible ability to answer the challenge each time the Lakers try to make a run.
Perkins, well, someone lost an assignment. And Perkins with his first field goal. Lakers with a 1-point lead. And the Lakers back to Divac, bringing it up, and he lost it. Jordan off the steal.
Again, we hate to keep saying it, but that's part of the problem when you have a 7-footer, 6'11" guy trying to bring it up the floor.
Here's Jordan for Grant. Ball knocked away. Bulls wanted a foul. Instead, the Lakers on the run. Campbell. Yes! Oh, what a move by Eldon Campbell. Magic with a risky pass intended for Campbell. Scottie Pippen to the open B.J. Armstrong. And the Bulls backcourt continues to hammer away. Caught right, Grant, Pippen up front. Here's Jordan. Michael is now 5 for 8. He has 10. Evots, not what he had in mind, nearly dropped. Here's Campbell. Eldon Campbell off the bench to hit 4 of 5 for 9 points. Bulls by 3. Jordan was fouled.
If you're going to force Michael Jordan baseline, then the rest of the defensive players must come quickly. This is a real strong move here because the guy that's playing defense, Tony Smith, is riding him out with that forearm, actually drives him behind the backboard, but the rest of the people do not rotate early enough. You let Michael get that close to the rim, he's going to finish off.
As Ahmad mentioned earlier, the 2 days rest certainly helped the jam toe injury of Michael Jordan. To this point, he began the game on Sunday wearing sneakers with a slit in the front of the right shoe, looking for comfort for the toe, but then switched off to the regular shoes early in the first quarter and went out and had his usual magnificent ball game. He had the shot, but he fumbled it, then recovered.
But there's one of those bad shots. You said it last game.
The playing time in the absence of the injured James Worthy. Here is Teagle. Yes. Eldon Campbell getting the position again. The Lakers recapture the lead. Here's Green, rejected by Grant. Shot clock down to 3.
The defensive end, A.C. Green, got up to the top, thought about dunking the thing, instead just shot the little jump hook.
And Jordan called for a travel.
Jordan saw the quick opening to his right. He didn't want to give Smith a chance to dig in. As soon as he caught, he started to go right away, shifted his feet. Excellent call.
Coming up at halftime, Bob Costas, Pat Riley. And they will be chatting with one-time Chicago Bulls standout Norm Van Leer. Nice play. Eldon Campbell from Vlade Divac, and the Lakers lead by 1. Here's Divac, threw up a prayer, thought he'd draw the foul. And here come the Bulls on a 3-on-2. Pippen off the hesitation dribble. A spectacular end-to-end move by Scottie Pippen.
When you have a Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, where either one has the ability to lead it, take it down the floor, and then make a decision, and probably a good one, or finish, what an extra thing to have on your team.
Divac jumping out, but he stepped out of bounds. Mike Mathis explaining the call to not only the Chicago and LA players, but right in the face of Jack Nicholson.
Now Divac guesses that time, anticipates the baseline pass, and then goes to that side to come up with the steal or deflection.
Magic fires down to Green. Good recovery by the Bulls.
They had a fast break that time, and they're just getting into the offense with 13 seconds left.
Oh, nice move by Tony Smith. He had Paxson committed on the fake. Lakers 49, Bulls 48. Smith has hit 3 of 3. Shot clock at 7. Pippen. Rebounded by Pippen. And now they'll hold for a final shot.
Remember, if Jordan goes right, you've got Paxson, the three-point shooter, spotting up.
Here's Jordan off the fake. Divac. Will it count? No. Lonnie Divac racing the clock, and it will not count.
What sensational skills for a center to have. Rebound the basketball and then go one-on-one against the Bulls defense trying to beat the clock, and he's just a youngster in the NBA.
At halftime, at the Forum in Inglewood, it's the Lakers 49 and the Bulls 48. Welcome back to the Forum in Inglewood with the Lakers leading the Bulls 49-48, and the crowd attempting to urge the Lakers on. It's Chicago ball as we get underway in the first half. The Lakers 20 for 40, 50% from the field. Chicago 45% on 17 for 38. Eldon Campbell off the bench leading the Lakers. Scottie Pippen. Here's A.C. Green. Rebounded by MagicJohnson, and he's fouled.
Michael Jordan, from the time Magic started to bring the ball up the floor, put pressure on him. Once he gave it up, he did not let Magic get it back again to do anything at the offensive end.
You see the stats on Campbell, the rookie out of Clemson. Michael Jordan, 5 for 11 for his 12 points. Magic is 5 for 5 from the line. Lakers and Bulls tied at 50. Ahmad Rashad and Steve Jones from the Forum in Inglewood. Here's Cartwright. Bill Cartwright with 6 points. Got off to a slow start. Missed his first 5 field goal attempts, but he's come on. Chicago with a 1-point lead. Jordan with the steal. Pippen moving on Green. Scottie Pippen has 15. If you're coaching Terry Teagle, you live and die by the Teagle jumper. Paxson, yes. John Paxson has hit on 3 of 3. The Bulls open strong in this third quarter. They now lead by 5. The crowd wanted a foul on Jordan. Magic with the spin. The bucket. Chicago's lead is 3. Game 5 of the NBA Championship Series. Lakers hoping to extend to a Game 6 on Friday night. Bulls trying to wrap it. Here's Green. So the Lakers move within 1.
A.C. Green just made a 4-point swing right there because Michael Jordan had a wide-open layup on a backdoor move, but A.C. got a piece of the ball with his hands on defense and converted at the offensive end.
Jordan had it knocked away by Perkins. A.C. Green from Magic. So the Lakers going to the run, take a 1-point lead.
Again, the aggressive defense forcing some mistakes, getting some easy scores as a result.
Cartwright, yes, Bill Cartwright. The Bulls 58 and the Lakers 57. Cartwright has hit his last 4. Magic for 3, yes! Lakers by 2. Jordan to the reverse. So Michael able to answer. And Magic looking to push it down court. Here's Green, stripped by Jordan. Pippen with Perkins back. Oh.
They change ends so quickly. They go from the defense to the offense and make you pay the price.
Teagle. And Grant with the rebound. Pippen. Scottie Pippen is broken loose in this third quarter. He has cashed in for 8 of his 19 here in the third.
Team in steals and block shots loves to come from behind the offensive player's head to get a piece. Leads the fast break, looks down the floor, sees his teammate wide open, and as Pippen goes up right there, Perkins hits him in the head. Michael Jordan turns to the official and says, make the call. He got hit in the head. Pippen grabs his head. We want a three-point play from that.
Chicago Bulls with 6 unanswered have taken a 64-60 lead with 7:27 remaining. Eagle wide open. Perhaps too open.
The last 2 shots went in and came out. That one was a wide open look, and it was the worst miss.
Michael Jordan will go to the free throw line as Terry Teagle has committed his 4th.
Well, Jordan knows that if he can put the 4th on Teagle, that's one of the offensive threats out of the game. He goes right at it, takes it off the dribble.
Smith played 11 minutes in the first half and hit 3 for 3 from the field, from the floor for 9 points. Michael Jordan seeking his 16th point. Magic Johnson, 13 points, 11 assists.
Whereas the Bulls flash and get there quickly.
Jordan, yes. 18 for Jordan. Magic off the double team, lost it. And here comes Pippen. The reverse slam by Pippen. Pippen with 10 of his 21 here in the third. The Bulls in the midst of a 12-2 run. Perkins from downtown. Pippen and Perkins on the rebound. This has been a pattern for Chicago right throughout the playoffs. Magic, that's a three-pointer. And the Lakers within 2 as they've gone to the long-range bomb, looking to counter the hot Chicago shooting. Each game of this series, Chicago has had 1 or 2 stretches where they have been on fire. They are in the midst of it here. Paxson makes it 4 out of 4. Crowd looking for the travel. Here's Jordan for Grant. And the foul committed by Divac. That is his 2nd.
Well, the Lakers knew they were in trouble when it was Michael Jordan on the sideline being played by Vlade Divac. Immediately, the Lakers sent another guy over to double team and help out. As Magic comes, Michael decides, I want to get away from him, go down to the baseline where I feel real comfortable, always looking for his open teammates in the middle of the lane.
Did you know that Horace and Harvey Grant are, with Tom and Dick Van Arsdale, the only twins ever to have played in the NBA? That's my fact for the night. Smith nearly picked it off. Jordan with the shot clock rolling down. Magic fires for Smith. Good recovery. It counts. Tony Smith with the field goal and the foul called on Pippen.
Michael Jordan hasn't taken many bad shots in this series, but this one, with a couple defenders hanging on him, leads to the easy score and potential three-point play.
Magic Johnson reacting to the good effort by Tony Smith. The Bulls call for time. They lead by 2.
Miller Genuine Draft presents #1 draft choices.
Tonight's Miller #1 draft pick is Michael Jordan of the Chicago Bulls. The one-time North Carolina Tar Heel was the 3rd player selected in the 1984 college draft behind Hakeem Olajuwon and Sam Bowie. As a freshman, Michael led the Tar Heels to the national championship over Georgetown by hitting the winning shot. And as a Chicago Bull, Jordan was Rookie of the Year in 1985, and since then he's been the most valuable player 2 times. He's won 5 straight scoring titles. A reminder, at the end of tonight's telecast, we'll select the Miller Genuine Draft Player of the game. 3:35 remaining in the third quarter. The Bulls lead the Lakers 73-71, and Jordan and Paxson in the backcourt. Will Perdue has replaced Bill Cartwright. He is up front, along with Grant and Pippen. Good double team. Campbell over to help. Here is Pippen. Scottie Pippen has 23. Paxson lost the grip. Lakers look to break. And a traveling violation called on Magic Johnson.
When it's going bad, the most unlikely things happen. Magic with a wide open fast break situation. The ball just doesn't come up. As a result, the carry, turnover. Magic looking at those hands saying, don't fail me now.
Pippen. Magic checking the floor for a fast break opportunity. And A.C. Green making the good catch to put it down. Back come the Bulls. And it will be Laker ball.
Bulls trying to score right back at the Lakers after Magic measured this one up and laid it right on the money for AC.
For both clubs, in particular by the Bulls, who rarely are called for turnovers. And the foul called on the Lakers. That is their third team foul. It's on Campbell.
When Michael goes baseline, the rest of the Lakers must come to help out because he either can finish by going underneath the rim or he has the great ability to pull it back, reverse dribble, and take it in the middle. Right there you can see he has collapsed the Laker defense where all 5 gold shirts are surrounding Jordan.
Smith, 5 for 5 from the field, and the game is tied at 76.
And there's that weak side attack as Jordan takes the lob off the back pick play and slams it down. But going back to the Lakers, there's that weak side attack which has been missing. Get the ball out of the post and reverse it.
The Bulls 78 and the Lakers 76. Time winding down in the third. Evot's putting the move on Perdue. Campbell, career high 15 for Eldon Campbell, and the game is tied at 78. Pippen played by Green. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Jordan. Oh, what a move by Michael Jordan, going to the left hand and able to squeeze through to give the Bulls a 2-point lead. Down to 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. Magic.
Right there.
Dumps it off. And Campbell ties it at 80. Final seconds. Pippen gets it off. Looking to draw the foul. No call. After 3. At the 4. The Bulls and the Lakers are tied at 80. Scottie Pippen with the lead from Michael Jordan. The Lakers able to come right back. Gorgeous move by Jordan with the left hand. We'll be back after these messages and a word from your local station.
Michael Jordan, who's so good with the basketball that you want to keep it out of his hands. Tony Smith anticipates, guesses that Jordan's coming to the ball. Instead, Jordan goes backdoor, catches the lob pass for the score. Deny, nope, change direction, move without it, finish the play. When the Lakers are trying to play pick and roll with Magic, you have to screen people. They've got to be solid screens. You can't miss the defender.
B.J. Armstrong. And again, the Bulls get to the loose ball. Horace Grant from Scottie Pippen. Here's Magic. And Perdue picks it up. As Eldon Campbell hit the deck. He'll go to the foul line. Eldon Campbell grew up down the street from the Forum in Inglewood. He says that his look scared off scouts, mistaking his stoic manner for lack of intensity, and that's why he lasted as long as he did late in the first round.
I think there were a few more questions than that, than just his stoic expression. It was whether or not he was going to show up every night during the 82-game regular season. It's a long season in the NBA. There were many nights in college that he was missing from his collegiate team.
Well, the expression gave off the feeling that he did not care at times, and he has played well in his first NBA season, has not received the playing time of the finals extensively until this evening. Here's Pippen, changed his mind. Grant had it knocked away by Campbell. Pippen, Scottie Pippen with 25 points here in LA. Lakers have lost 4 straight games at home in the finals. They had dropped 2 straight to Detroit back in '89. AC Green has tied it at 84. So the 2 straight losses to Detroit, and they've lost 2 in a row to the Bulls coming into tonight. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Ahmad Rashad, Steve Jones, Michael Jordan. Yes, he has 25. Here's Perkins. The game is tied at 86 for the Lakers. AC Green with the rebound. Magic backing Jordan. Perkins for 3. Rebound Magic. And he keeps it alive. Here's Magic. Rejected. And Armstrong's pass picked off. Smith's pass picked off by Armstrong. 2-on-1. Pippen fouled by Perkins.
What a tremendous series of defensive plays by both teams. They're going to award the ball out of bounds. The interpretation on that, there are 2 degrees of flagrant foul. The A degree means that you're really not playing the basketball and trying to stop the shot, that you're playing the person. That means you shoot the free throws and get it out on the side. The second level of flagrant foul, the B interpretation, could mean an ejection if you're trying to hurt someone.
So it is flagrant foul A that is indicated. Pippen gets the 2, and then Chicago receives possession.
And Mike Dunleavy, right there, talking to Jake O'Donnell, saying, you know, in his opinion, he was trying to block the shot, not just playing the player's body. Mike Mathis, who made the call, the same official who made the call in Game 3, which the Lakers feel, rather it was Game 2, where the Lakers felt that it turned it around.
Lakers and Bulls tied at 88. 7:40 remaining in the fourth. Now Campbell on Jordan. Went to the fadeaway. What a move by Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan can sense that the crowd is in it, that the Lakers are in it. He's going to take it into his own hands. He starts actually in the middle of the lane and finishes up.
Grant picking off Smith, allowing the jumper by Jordan. Rebounded by Magic. A lead for Green. AC Green beating Scottie Pippen.
Remember, 4:46 to go in the first game back here at the Forum. They played that song, We Love LA. That song, since I have been coming to the Forum, has been the kiss of death for the Los Angeles Lakers. They got a 1-point advantage right now, and they hope that that song does not show up tonight. Back to you, Marv.
An ominous note from Steve. With 6:47 remaining in the fourth quarter. Magic Johnson working against Michael Jordan. Magic with 16 points, 18 assists. Campbell! Now, did that go in from Magic, or was it Campbell?
Phil Jackson complaining to the official that the ball actually was going in the cylinder and Campbell reached up and touched it. It should be waved off in his opinion. Keep an eye now. If the ball is in the cylinder when Campbell touches it, no basket. Again, a look from a different angle. The ball, the cylinder, and when Campbell touches it from that angle, it almost looks like he does guide it into the basket. Does he touch before it gets to the cylinder? I say good basket.
Now the officials discussing it, they do not have the luxury of the replay from our angle here at midcourt. At first it appeared that Magic did shoot it and drilled it home with Campbell guiding it in. Then you look at the replay, I agree with your opinion.
Remember, if Campbell touches the ball before it gets in that cylinder, then it's a good basket. As Elvin goes up, the ball's outside the cylinder, there's the touch, and then he guides it in.
The indication that the basket does count. Such a tough call because they are checking the memory bank. So the basket counts and the foul called on Livingston. Elvin Campbell to the line. He's 3 for 3 from the line. Lakers 93, the Bulls 90. 6.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Paxson and Jordan now in the backcourt. Pippen, Cartwright, and Livingston up front.
Trying to get Jordan in the isolation on the left side of the floor. The other 4 Bulls on the right side.
Pippen with the open shot for 3. Scottie Pippen has tied it. And back come the Lakers. Magic fires off the dribble to Smith. Jordan batting it away. Jordan tied up by Campbell. Jordan claiming that he was calling for a timeout. And he got the call.
Jake O'Donnell at first not able to really understand what Jordan was doing down there. When Jordan jumped up and said, that was a timeout I was calling, Jake said, you're right, you had the possession, and I'll recognize that before the jump ball took place. The scramble for the ball, right there, possession, timeout, good call. Look at the top of the circle. This is supposed to be a pick and roll. You've got to screen Michael Jordan. You can't miss him. We call that screening air. As a result, Jordan never gets off of Magic.
Foul on Smith, his 4th. Lonnie Divac returning. Elvin Campbell sitting down with 21 points. Cartwright, stopped by Divac. Paxson shooting. John Paxson.
Can't ask for a much better look. 16-footer in the foul line area, wide open, no one playing him.
Paxson open again. John Paxson continues to provide the crushing shots.
Yeah, and 44% from the three-point line, and only 41 as Sam Perkins misses on a three-point attempt. Only 41 free throws taken this year.
And here's Paxson. 6 consecutive for John Paxson. And the Bulls lead 99-93, just under 3 minutes remaining.
That this guy doesn't shoot a high percentage because he's a driver, slasher. He's a pull-up jump shooter.
Perkins. So Perkins to the driving hook. And the Bulls now lead 99-95. Defense from this foreign crowd. Jordan with the crossover and the bucket.
He goes wherever he wants to on the basketball floor. That's how good he is.
29 for Michael Jordan. The Bulls lead by 6 in the 4th. Paxson open again. He has been unconscious. 18 for Paxson.
A little scissor cut cross off the post. 2 defenders for the Lakers go to Jordan. Paxson wide open. The rest of the bench loves it. They execute their half-court offense as well as anyone in the league.
foul, says Jake O'Donnell. It went in, but will not count. The fourth team foul committed by the Lakers. It has been a magnificent game for Magic Johnson. 16 points, 20 assists, 11 rebounds for a triple-double. And the Lakers have got excellent play off the bench from rookies Eldon Campbell and Tony Smith in the absence of the injured James Worthy and Byron Scott. But the Bulls of Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and John Paxson have taken over here in the fourth quarter. Paxson scoring 8 of Chicago's last 10 points. Scottie Pippen with another superb performance, putting to rest the stigma of the well-publicized migraine headache of a year ago. Here's Perkins. Yes! And it counts! With a minute 13 remaining in the fourth quarter, the Bulls lead by 3, and Perkins will go to the line. The foul called on Paxson.
Last thing you want to do is foul the shooter in this situation and give him an opportunity to make a three-pointer a different way.
Perkins 10 for 12 from the line. He has 21 points. He has been the focal point of the Laker offense down the stretch. It is a 2-point lead for Chicago. The Bulls looking for their first ever NBA championship. The Lakers desperately trying to bring it back to Chicago for a Game 6. Paxson, yes! John Paxson again! And the Bulls lead 105-101. Lakers, incidentally, have 1 and a 20 in the timeout category. 1 full and a 20. Lakers have 3 full and a 20. Perkins drawing the double team. Magic also gets double coverage. Perkins for 3. And Pippen rebounds. Timeout call. Jake O'Donnell indicating that Chicago successfully called for the timeout.
Yeah, at this point now, the Lakers have to extend their defense, go after the basketball with some type of trap rotation, try to force the turnover, and then obviously you can't let them run the clock down, so you need to take a foul, and you don't want them to run most of those 22 seconds off. If you're going to foul, do it sooner than later so you get the ball back.
The rap against the Chicago Bulls coming into the playoffs. The large question mark involved, could the supporting cast step up? And could they properly complement the combination of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen? Well, the answer, a resounding yes. They have received big numbers from the likes of John Paxson and Horace Grant. Bill Cartwright has done it. The bench has come through.
If you're going to foul somebody, you would like the ball to go into Cartwright's hands, who only shot 69% for the regular season. Grant only 71, and Pippen 70.
The next Laker foul puts them over the limit, which means the Bulls go to the line. Lakers have been over the limit throughout this fourth quarter. John Paxson for the series is 32 for 49 for 65% shooting in the NBA Championship Series. Green trying to foul Paxson, got the wraps on him, did not get the call, and now the whistle.
They got the ball into the hands of one of their best free throw shooters, 84% shooter from the foul line. Paxson controlled.
The Chicago Bulls went 61-21 during the regular season. Best record in the history of the franchise. Only the 9th team in NBA history to win 60 games in a season. They have swept through the playoffs, beat the Knicks 3 in a row, won the first game by 41 points, knocked off the Sixers in 5, defeated Detroit in a 4-game sweep. This their first ever trip to the finals in their 25-year history. And they are now 24 and 7/10 seconds away from a championship. They lead by 6. Divac from three-point land. Michael Jordan gets to it. As we come up on 10 seconds remaining, he's fouled by Green. And the Bulls beginning to celebrate. 11 and 4/10 seconds remaining. The Chicago Bulls on the verge of taking 3 out of 3 from the Lakers in Los Angeles. Tonight's Miller Genuine Draft Player of the Game, the man with the hot hand down the stretch, John Paxson, who ripped this game open. And on behalf of John, NBC and Miller Genuine Draft will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. Michael Jordan with 30 points. The Bulls lead by 7. Final seconds, Magic's three-point attempt blocked. Pippen comes away with it. And the Chicago Bulls have won their first ever NBA championship. The Bulls, greeted by a portion of this Forum crowd as they try to get back to their locker room. For the Lakers, a different story. The Chicago Bulls' domination of this series has to be considered a major surprise. Mike, there was no reason to believe that the Lakers would fall apart so dramatically.
I think it was a combination of things. I'm not quite sure that everyone gave the Bulls the credit they deserved throughout the season. I think everyone felt the balance of power was in the West this year, that Portland, in fact, was the best team, and when the Lakers got by them, that the Lakers then were just going to put the Bulls away. But the Bulls team was a deceiving team. They did it with a very intricate offense in the half-court area, the ability to score in transition, and then the great team defense.
And Michael Jordan has answered a couple of questions. There have been doubters over the years whether a team led by Jordan could win a championship, and it is so rare for a team that has a scoring champion to go the distance.
Anyone who ever questioned whether Michael Jordan was willing to give up and sacrifice for a championship was completely wrong. It was a case that Jordan is such a great winner, such a great competitor, and wanted so badly. In the early stages, he took maybe too much upon himself, but only trying to win because he knew the supporting cast had not developed yet. But once they stepped up their level of play, the Pippen moving to a new level, Cartwright doing the job in the middle, Paxson knocking out the open shots, and then Grant blossoming into the player he did, then Jordan was willing to spread the wealth around.
And the last time that Phil Jackson won a championship in the NBA, he was a member of the New York Knicks. And the Knicks clinched on this same court here at the Forum back in the 72-73 season when they were able to defeat the Los Angeles Lakers in 5. With the victory over Detroit in the Eastern Conference Final, the Bulls felt that they had grown up, they had matured, they felt the difference, and that particular level was all about a mental state of mind. We discussed this in the past. They said that in previous seasons, the Pistons' mind games would get to them. Well, they got past that plateau. They came out very aggressively. Michael Jordan setting the stage in that series, and then they go on after losing the opening game at home. They go on to knock off the Lakers in 5.
But wasn't it a maturing factor, very similar to Detroit? They grew up. Similar to what happened to Detroit as they learned along the way. They lost to Boston in the Garden on the errant pass by Isaiah. Came back the following year, put Boston away, went on to the finals. They lose to the Lakers, but learn a lesson. They come back and win 2 world championships back-to-back. The Bulls have learned their lessons well. They've grown up. They win a championship.
The celebration has begun in the Chicago locker room, and they are celebrating in Chicago as the Bulls take the Lakers in 5.
I'm going to try and go down into the crowd and get to Michael Jordan. Guys, excuse me. Let me get through here. Michael Jordan is the unanimous MVP. He got all 11 votes. Here we are with Michael, surrounded by his mom and his dad and wife. Under the hat, that wasn't fair, but I'm covered with champagne and can hardly see. Michael, what does it mean to you?
It means so much. I mean, not just for me, but for the team and for the whole city. It's been a 7-year struggle. I mean, when I first got into Chicago, we started at the bottom, and every year we just worked harder and harder until we got to it. And it's so gratifying. I'm appreciated so long in my life. For my family, for my kids, everything. It's the most proud day I've ever had.
We read that when they broached the subject of the "I'm going to Disney World" commercial to you, you said only if all my teammates are involved.
Yeah, I wanted that to happen. For them, they deserve it. Whatever I get, whatever financial situation I get from that, I'm gonna spread it amongst the team. I didn't want it. I want the team to have it. I want everybody to prosper from this whole event. It took a team to get to this point.
Is there a sense of completeness and fulfillment for you now that might not have been there for all your other achievements before?
Well, I wanted to get here. If I never got here, I would never have been disappointed about my career. But it caps it off. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to the city. I'm just happy that I was able to be a part of history in the city of Chicago.
Is there a feeling of a passing of the torch, Johnson, to you? And did you have any words with him toward the end of the game?
Well, I know we expressed our love for each other and the love of competition. He thanked me. He certainly was very glad for me. But passing the torch, I mean, the NBA's got so many players that represents them, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. And I think besides myself, David Robinson, Charles Barkley, all these other guys, is going to carry the label of the NBA from now on, and I'm just glad I'm a part of it.
Do you have a quick thought about your husband's feats of daring do here?
I'm just very proud of him, and I'm excited that they won the championship, and Chicago's very excited. He deserved everything.
What are you going to do next? How are you going to spend your off season?
With my family, play a lot of golf, if she lets me. I'm just going to relax and enjoy this.
Michael, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and we'd like to thank all of you for a terrific season of NBA basketball here on NBC. After 25 years, the Bulls are NBA champions.